I will get up and close it if it starts to pour, okay? I know we don't need wet carpets. Okay, these guys are speaking some sort of foreign language. I think it's French. Could be wrong. They have a Huey. It's actually technically a Venom because that's the upgraded one, but it's got a camera on the front. So they're going to basically fly from this position and be an air asset for Blue 4. This is also the base that is worth 4 points if it's destroyed or kept alive. And you have the main Blue 4 group here. They've got two amphibious assault vehicles with both a 50 cal and a, I believe, a 20mm GMG. This is OFCRA, so they don't unscript any of the autocannons or grenade machine guns, so those are both in fair play. We have two 50 cal MRAPs. We have two unarmored Humvees. Oh, this is great. I love it. They added a random image too, but that's just Mancho doing some advertising for his group, and otherwise it's just standard U.S. Marines with a SMA. Interesting enough. Do they all have optics? Yes, so they all appear to have ACOGs or marksman rifle level optics. The machine gunners seem to get something smaller. Oh, nope, we actually have CCO sights for the riflemen. So magnified optics appear to only be for leadership. We also have a 7.62 M240 Bravo here. We have another ACOG on PHK who has a leader element there. And then we also have a 50 cal Humvee, another unarmed Humvee. Interesting. So that is more or less the US side. Let's go ahead and look at the Russian positions. Falcon, this is OFCRA. If you actually do exclamation point, I forgot to add the command. If you do exclamation point OFCRA, it gives you a link to their Discord, and you can jump in on this every Thursday if you want. All right, so Op4 get a BRDM, an SPG-9 static, and that appears to be a cord static because the NSV doesn't have the compensator. They're also both 12.7, even though the MSV should be 14.5. One of them should be 14.5, but it's not. So we have two gazes and an AI endlessly walking into the gas. Excellent. Actually, no, those are UAZs. My bad. These are gazes, and we have two gazes with both the PKP... No, it's a PKM, excuse me. And they also have the 20mm AGS GMGs, which again are going to be usable because OFCRA doesn't rescript those. Looks like the Russians are mainly 545 based. Let me see if I can find a leadership element over here. What scope does he have? So he has the PK scope. So yeah, it's about a... Not as magnified as an ACOG, but it is a magnified optic. Otherwise, most of his guys have regular sights. Not irons, but they have little like dots and whatnot. Got PKPs, I saw some SVDs as well. We got some RPGs on the squad level, which makes sense because they're fighting more armored Vics. And Bluck, who appears to be commanding on this side. By the way, let me actually, before I forget...
Yeah, so take a...
1 second.
And one of the reservists. Fill the car, go to the tower, get somebody to get the sniper.
Because I'm not forgetting for like a 4th week in a row. There you go. Who's going to win OFCRA, guys? I almost forgot to do the prediction again. I got caught up talking with Bloodwing, but there. 10 minutes. You're going to get 5 free minutes of them deploying to also make your decision if you want to make it later. But there we go. We finally got a prediction in again. You got one guy saluting out here, but otherwise a good forward element. Let's go ahead and look at the rear position. This is the Russian HQ area, which I believe, I'm not sure if that's the thing they're fighting for. I thought it was the US sector they would be destroying. But again, the full breakdown is on the mission command. Everything's worth a various amount of points. And then you got the missile launcher back here. This is a B model, so it's a tactical nuke. They can launch a nuke if they want to. Also, Falcon is subbed again because Willow Tree gave it back to him. Nice. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Machine guns. I don't know. I'm going to...
All right, so another mix of Russian gear, RPG-7, PK scopes, 545 AKs, PKMs.
No, we don't need him. but I don't know.
UGL. Okay.
Probably, I'm not sure about the helicopter. Maybe it shall be great.
3 minutes to start. We've got another Gaz up here. We have a UAZ up here. We got the Nuke truck up here. They also have a 23mm static here, which isn't anywhere. They actually fence this in so it can't be used against infantry. It's purely against the helicopter. Because one thing about OFCRA is the helicopters will tow vehicles and try to use them as missiles. Or I guess guided bombs would be a better term. They'll use it to like ram stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this helicopter pick up one of the unarmed Humvees and try to hit something with it. So otherwise we'll have to see how Blue 4 deploys here. Oh gosh, what was that lag spike? I don't know. Also, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if the Russians do decide to use the nuke, it's going to cause a lag spike on the server, and hopefully it won't crash it. But otherwise, 2 minutes to start. Now let's go ahead and look at the rosters. OPFOR is being commanded by NASA and Bluck. NASA, normally a really good commander we see, but he did kind of mess up commanding that World War II raid on Saint-Nazaire. And he let victory slip from his grasp because he had this one guy literally kill everyone on the other side for him, but wasn't watching his rear, and the enemy team was able to sneak around. I would that op went to like a whoever thinks won it because of so many crazy things that happened, but that was OPFOR. His side had it, but he dropped it, unfortunately. And then McLean is commanding the Blue 4 side. He's also a really good commander we see time and time again. So that's really good. We got 6 EME on Blue 4, Kali, Ez, Kosalov, Benares. Benares has been doing... I feel like Benares and Benario are two separate people. Could be wrong. But... you know, if we see Benario and FNF, but it could still be the same guy. Full render distance has just been enabled. I can also turn on my tracer scripts because I now have a dedicated spectator slot, so I can turn that on. Nemesis also being on Blue 4. That is great. So with some SOF guys, Azarai and Infidel with them on the Blue 4 side, so we'll be paying attention to Blue 4 Charlie. But if you want to bet on FNF names, there are the names to bet on. Trying to see who else I recognize. Mancho, who is the head honcho. I'm probably butchering his name. He's with Fleesh. Rizbo, Jonathan, Daedalus, Rick Hunter, guys we see time and time again. Pogo _ who is not TSB's Pogo. He's a different Pogo that plays PvP, excuse me. He is also here. We got PHK, Mad Wolf, Zixme. Zixme and Ziki are two separate people, but they both do really, really well. 30 seconds to start. OPFOR having Skipu on it, Drago, Despo. I'm just trying to point out people that I recognize as good players. Ziki, of course. Massacre can do really well. Matoni also does really well. Neck is also... usually see these guys in the same group. All right, mission has officially started. It'll be about, I think, an hour-and-a-half mission. We're seeing OPFOR mounting up into Vix and quickly deploying. Lemur, Hippie, Shay, Adam, Devanar. Don't really recognize any of those guys. Lusode I recognize. Mass from Tau. Also coming from FNF to give this a try. I think Lusode's in the same boat. Mike as well, Goatland, another big name we say, Nubas, who is a great guy, Mr. Cool, Bob Winchester, Skyline, and Garrett. Yep. So a mix of vets on both sides. I wouldn't be able to tell you who's going to win this mission, in all honesty, because it could really swing either way. OPFOR is not going to immediately launch the nuke. I'm not sure if they're allowed to, but I think it's a thing they can do at the end of the mission. And they also have an MSV and another SPG-9 static back here. Okay. And again, this is just to confirm, we are at 93 players, by the way. So this is officially a 90-plus person operation, which is pretty cool. Anybody I might be leaning towards? I guess it's really tough to tell because in FNF, usually betting on Scandi Recon is a solid idea. I am noticing a little bit of some desync spikes. I saw it on the map, but I guess I'm not seeing it now. I'm not sure if that's just my personal connection or what. I'm not getting any drop frames though, so I think it just might be a little bit of the scripture working off against. But since the defenders have SPG-9s and whatnot, I am slightly leaning towards OPFOR, but at the same time, Blue 4 have a helicopter for recon And usually in OFCRA, the side that has the reconnaissance aircraft and actually utilizes it effectively wins. So it could swing either way. I'm not going to be able to tell you, even if one side wins the first firefight and gets a lot of kills on one side, it could easily turn around. So I'm not going to pick a side because I also know I'll jinx it too. Yes, this community is one of the very few that uses Arma 3 Sync. I just take the list of the mods that they send out per mission, I just load them all the day of. Thanks, Modadict, I missed that one. I'm slurring my words too, good God. But Call Me Blood, thank you for the 9-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. I would give it to OFCRA because Defender's advantage, but I mean, both sides have GMGs, and they could be fielded really well. Blue 4 have them in more so of an APC-styled Vic, so they're going to be more tanky, but they're going to be slower, whereas OFCRA has them as fast attack Gazes, which could easily be shredded by a 50 cal Vic, but it could go in, do a bunch of damage, and pull back without taking any fire. So OFCRA has the room to do some really nasty ambushing here. The trick is just going to be how well do they use it. And that's going to be the tough call.
On regarde en plein est, et on est où exactement? Parce que j'ai pas de GPS.
Les gars, ça serait pas plus simple...
Attends, je vais te mettre le point où on est.
Loan, t'es où?
Mais juste en dos, au pire.
So some are deploying up here. These aren't bad spots to deploy per se. It's just if you have to pull back, you gotta jump down and you'll probably cripple your legs unless you're very careful about riding that down. But if you're being swarmed, you don't really want to be careful. So I think our first point of contact is going to be here. Now, I will again say for the record, as I said earlier, just because one side wins the first firefight doesn't always guarantee they're going to win the match. Oh, like FNF, usually the group that wins the first firefight wins the match. But OFCRA, it could still go either way. Because we've seen things turn around time and time again. Get that RPG out, buddy. You're going to need it. Oh, this is perfect. Shoot it. He missed. He missed. He freaking missed. Reload! Reload! Come on, buddy! Come on! Hopefully you won't backblast Baku. Just get him. Hit him. There you go. Good rear shot. Yeah. That just killed the driver. That's killed a lot of people in there. All right, I need to quickly tab out and mute myself. Oh, that guy just got the back of his head. How is he still alive? There we go. Yeah, this Vic is in trouble, Chief. Another RPG goes in. Why do they just run into enemy territory? Because sometimes Blue 4 will... I think Blue 4 is trying to go for a rush on the HQ, and didn't really work out for him. So you got two guys running out. One guy immediately gets his head blown off. That was the AT. Stefan... Actually, it's with an E. So Stefan running down. I think he's the marksman. Oh, he gets shot in the back of the head, I think, by Edward. Where are my tracers? Great slaughter there. Yep, 2 kills. So Blue 4 losing one of their MRAPs early on. Again, doesn't really mean too much. This gives Blue 4 the intel that this is going on. But the second MRAP is now coming close to enemy territory. Little worrisome now. It's gonna drive into the banana trees to hopefully get away. But yeah, no, I don't know what NASA's plan was. Actually, no, NASA's on OFCRA side. I don't know what Mikkel's plan was there. Looks like a lot of them are loaded up in the amphibious Vics, and they're gonna go around. Oh, God, this is gonna take a while. Blue 4's also deployed a force over here to recon. So I think these guys were just bait. That's why he threw them away. He was using them as bait to get the other forces. He's basically having OPFOR take a defensive stance on here, making OPFOR think that he's going to take this position. When in reality, he's going to completely flank around with his amphibious Vics. So he's basically doing a sacrifice play. Which... are good, but I don't always agree with because you're basically just screwing over a few people that week for their experience. Yes, Boo? Okay. Throw me the clothes. Oh my god, Boo. Okay. That was pretty good. I have a basket down here for a laundry hamper, and she just threw it from the second story right into it, so. Yep, you got it over the couch into the laundry hamper. Congratulations, Boo. Okay, can you go get me pants, Boo? They're upstairs. Just find pants. Okay, I can't go upstairs right now, hun. I'm working. That's like asking you to leave a meeting. No, Falcon, I think it would have been a yeet, because if it was a Kobe, then this helicopter over here would have crashed into the ground, okay? You gotta get it right these days, Falcon. People can be very particular about that. I love that joke. So we have the other Vic driving into this group. Where's their AT? Ooh, the squad leader has the PKP. Here's Jad with a single shot ATVs. Natush, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Get the AT out. Get the AT out. Yeah, he just got spotted, now the Vic's backing off. I stream naked? No, I stream my underwear. Okay, Boo, can you... Boo, I can't reach those. No, honey, this is PvP commentary. Not if I'm streaming. Then bring me the clothes instead of throwing them across the room. Also, I think this Vic got stuck because they're all dismounting now. There's blood. And never mind, they're okay. So a squad has been deployed back to the beach here. And I guess they're gonna go up on foot. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate it. Okay. Yes, I showered last night. Okay, we're working, hun, okay? Yes, we're in the new house. That's why you can hear Bloodwing complain to me in real time. Gotta put the headset down. Yes, use your words. All right, so McLean has decided to send a squad back to the main island. We'll see what he decides to do with that. And he actually has the Vic also turning around. So he's now effectively splintering his forces here. Blue 4, meanwhile, have dismounted from the Vic. Looks like their rear tires were hit, maybe from an RPG round. I don't see any kills from the AT guy. I don't see any deaths from over here. All of Delta died, and some of them are disconnected because we don't see their skulls anymore. Home PvP commentary. Oh, God. Never piss off a Greek woman. She'll kick your ass. All right. Yeah, they probably hit the tree too hard or something. I wouldn't be surprised, but otherwise the Russians have dug a trench here. Look at Bridge. Oh, no, Bridge. Come on, keep that position. Yeah, boy, look at that. Oh, shit, he's shooting. I just realized this might also be on the loud side again, because Arma keeps resetting its audio. All right, so now you're seeing OFCRA spray into this location with that PKM. You got Settler watching the right just in case. But Blue 4 is basically just doing a lot of harassment right now. So Bridge, I think he's going to do a reload real quick. Nope, he's going on the high area. Don't know why he dropped that position, because that stabilized his weapon. It's going to be a lot harder for him to fire. You can see his gun jumping up when he shoots. The recoil's really catching him off. Blue 4, they're having one guy go back for the Vic? No, he's not here anymore. Weird. Let me quickly tab out, deal with something on TeamSpeak. Awesome. Just heard a GL fire. Don't know if that was a Hunt IR or what, but looks like OPFOR is bringing some QRF over here. Could have been an HET, perhaps. Yeah, what's gravity? Nah, dude, he just planks so hard that he can plank off of a surface and completely keep his body flat. Got some OPFOR QRF coming around right here. It's the marksman with another rifleman. And we have a Vic coming down to UAZ with 7 additional OPFOR guys. Ooh, one of the Blue 4 guys just got hit and knocked out. The Russians have an advantageous position, though, because they have the trench. They got to be careful, though, because some of their bullets are hitting them. But look at that spray. No mercy. Got some yellow smoke going here. It's just concealment. Lynx is trying to crawl up to grab Rotary and pull him back. These guys might be in a pickle because this UAZ could come in and deploy additional forces, or this 2-man team can come down and try to attack the flank. Looks like Rorty woke back up there. I think this Blue 4 group needs to disengage and either repair that Vic or try to skedaddle. We have a Blue 4 Humvee. This guy is in the same group as those 4. He's going to try to just drive up the MSR and meet his buddies. He might get cut off by this Gaz, though, because I think this Gaz has been ordered to potentially come up the rear of this U.S. push and counter. We're seeing some more vehicles deploying to this threat as well. But if OPFOR can keep sending forces around to defeat Blue 4's smaller groups, Blue 4's not going to have enough manpower to complete the objectives, essentially. And I will go ahead and hydrate. Thank you. Oh, someone in OPFOR just teleported to the Shadow Realm. Meanwhile, OPFOR just let a Humvee pass. I don't think they were in any position to engage it, but they're going to call that up to say to whatever unit that can intercept that that is coming. So we might see these UAZs try to cross the jungle on the right. No, they're going to dismount instead. Did they hit something? No, they're just choosing to dismount here. Okay. Also, a quick reminder, guys, these guys are locked into first person for both vehicles and on the ground as infantry. So it looks like these guys have actually mounted back up and are crossing again. This is eating up a big chunk of time here. We're already technically only 14 minutes into the AO because there was a 10-minute safe start. But these vehicles are going to at least need another 20 or so minutes to come around. It looks like the helicopter is just chilling right here on standby, conserving its fuel for when it will be needed to do recon for those Vics. Meanwhile, the group that was deployed back here is just going to chill here for now, not doing any recon. They're probably waiting on the APCs to come in. But this is going to basically take a long, this honestly, 20 to 30 minutes. Because this has to cross all the way, then they have to drive up, and then they have a very long distance to go, which I think they're actually going to go from over here around these islands and then hit that position from the direct west. At least going around this big island, maybe not the smaller ones, but it is going to take those boats a hot second. So OFCRA, they have a lot more time in their rounds. It's not a 50-minute round like FNF. It's usually an hour-and-a-half to 2-hour round. Originally it was 2 hours, but now they seem to be an hour and a half from my understanding. So they have the time to do this maneuvering, but it does mean we have a little bit of dead air time. But now we don't have the 5-minute delay, so we can just chill and, you know, actually have a conversation that isn't delayed for 5 minutes, you know? So Martin is staying over here. He does have a SMAW, which isn't really going to be too helpful in this situation, but it looks like Blue 4, for the most part, is pulling back. We do have a group of OPFOR, though. They're slowly starting to sweep up to engage that Blue 4 group. Second OPFOR group, that 7-man group from the UAZ has also driven up, and they are deployed. I don't know where they dropped that vehicle off, but it's somewhere to the north of them, and they're starting to move in on foot in the road. Excuse me, in the town past this SSR here. So Blue 4 just completely backing off. Arpex, surprisingly, was the medic that came driving up to their position, so he'll be able to stabilize Rordery. This is a blood bag. You can tell based off of the animation and the noise of bag being punctured. Actually, with that speed, it might not have been a blood bag. It might have been, it was morphine. That was it. My bad. So these guys might be able to outrun this OFCRA group that's maneuvering to try to find them. But I think this is the best action we're going to get for now, because these guys are going to continue to hold, waiting for the other VIX. And the VIX, the other APC is about to get across. How's this BRDM looking? It's literally watching over here. So I wonder if he'll get cold feet and decide to drive down, but literally looking across, he's going to have to literally be staring at the other island to see if they're going to flank around like that. We'll also have to see if these guys are going to take this road or if they're going to play it safe and go inland a little bit and then come up to this road and then go on the northern side. Either way, it's going to be a little time consuming here. OFCRA's got a really good defensive line. Now, my question is, how long do you think OFCRA is going to stay in this defensive line before they realize Blue 4 has amphibious vehicles and might be trying something crazy like to go around? You gotta remember, that BRDM is also amphibious. They could, on a dime, just send it across just to see if they're over there. But OFCRA Command, NASA's gonna have to have a really good hunch in order to go and do that, because that is going to be time consuming to send his only amphibious asset over there to back up that hunch. But if I was him and I had OFCRA kind of waiting around like this, I would eventually just start having them encroach down to the marine spawn. If I got to this lake and didn't find anyone, then I would be confident that they were trying to flank around. But they first have to deal with this Blue 4 group and see that they're only a small number, and then also check this area to make sure that it's completely clear. That's why he's sending so many units to deal with this, because I think that NASA thinks that this Blue 4 force is a lot bigger than he thinks, because he's not anticipating this amphibious flank around. Otherwise, you would probably see more units on the coast looking, or maybe a unit over here watching his rear for that amphibious crossing. So that's my 2 cents on what's going on right now. Oh, we just had gunshots go up. They're firing on Oscar, who decided to start coming in here. This is going to be bad, because even if OFCRA just lost 1 or 2 guys, that entire Blue 4 group is about to get schwacked on the rear and pretty much torn apart. So RPG fired. This is going to keep Blue 4 pinned on this spot. And now you have OFCRA starting to engage. Jonathan's turned around, realized he's getting flanked. One of those OFCRA guys just got hit. ARP taking multiple shots, gets a headshot by Mike. Now Blue 4's in a pickle. Link's trying to pull back and get around. Martin taking shots by Pete from the looks of it. Luso firing on this guy. He goes down. Jonathan now pinned as Martin taking more fire, trying to dodge those shots. And yes, Willow, there's no delay today. They actually waved it just to see what would happen. GL's going up. They got to be careful it doesn't go too far, because then they'll hit friendlies. Got to be really careful about this potential crossfire. Mike now trying to hit Jonathan as he parades around that bush. I'm watching Lynx to see if he'll push up on his own. Grenades being thrown up and around. Martin just got picked off by an SVD guy. Jonathan also getting picked off. And now it's just up to Lynx, who's going to crawl up on this flank. Last man standing. It's about 1v, in all honesty, about 20. He starts spraying Luso down because he's got a 249, so a good gun for this. He gets the kill on Luso. Gets the double taps. Now you got Herman coming around, utilizing the smoke cover to his advantage. Link's also coming around. Nally, thanks for the 5 months of resub. I'm glad you keep enjoying the content, man. I hope you're getting a kick out of this scenario. Link's going to come around. He's going to spot Herman. Gets the headshot on Herman. Spots Ryan. Ryan hits the dirt. Link's continuing his suppression, trying to hope he gets lucky. And now he's going to do a quick reload. He is now going to be engaged from the rear, but he is utilizing this orange smoke to the best of his ability as OPFOR is trying to figure out how many Blue 4 guys are still up. So Link's on his second kill. He's going to try to go up and see if he can finish Ryan off. Ryan doing some medical, not the best thing you want to be doing right now. He doesn't realize Lynx is alone. Lynx comes up to him, starts trying to spray him down, but there's a bit of ricochet, and he gets the headshot. I don't think you got a hit on Lynx there. If you are on your own and you get hit, you want to pull back a lot further than that to bandage, because otherwise you're just opening yourself up. You got Bob Winchester on the flank, though. He's going to spot Lynx, starts firing. He has a marksman rifle, too. Ooh, Lynx just walked in a really bad spot. He pokes his head out. Realizes that's a bad spot because of all the people there. He's going to pull back. And now Lynx is going to basically run a one-man guerrilla war and see how many OPFOR guys he can hit. But the more damage he can do, the more pressure that's going to put on NASA to pull more units to hunt Lynx down. So if Lynx can keep this going, he's going to do really well. But Bluck is running up to try to finish this off. He is the 2IC of the entire group here. So if Lynx spots him, which I'm not sure if he did. Nope, he checked his inventory. Yeah, if I was Lynx, I would probably pull out of this area at this point. Oh, he spots Bob Winchester. He's going to quickly run away. Bluck, I think, just spotted him. He's going to keep Bob suppressed there. Ooh, Bluck. Oh, no, there's too many headshots. Oh, God, there goes Lynx. Hold up. Why do you got suppression up here? Is it blue on blue? Nope. Technically, it'd be red on red, but the concept still stands. And I think NASA knows something's up because he's sending this Vic down and he's pulling all of his forces back. So I think he thinks either Blue 4 might have snuck around or he's wising up to what Blue 4 might try to do. So let's look at the roster here. We got a few deaths, one guy unconscious. It's Briggs back here. Hopefully someone can get over and apply medical to him. His squatty Malgren might be running over to check on him. You got Lusode, McCarthy, Pete, and Ryan. Honestly, I don't think they should have taken that many casualties in that pincer of those 5 guys. It's just they got a little too cocky, let one guy flank them, and one guy can make all the difference in evening things out. So Mass, I think, is running up. He's going to find Briggs here. Instead, he checks this guy for RPGs. That's funny. But look at Blue 4's roster. They still got a good chunk of amphibious units, but they lost a lot of stuff early on, and it's very worrisome. All right, you have the BRDM at the main USMC spawn. They left the Humvee there, so they might go and take that, but no, they, oh, I thought this was the wheel for a second. I thought they ripped all the wheels off. So maybe if they wanted to take that to give themselves a little more firepower, but otherwise, they're not going to find Blue 4 on this island anymore. They're almost to the northern tip, and we'll see what route they take. I think it's going to be this, in all honesty. Because they stayed on the coast right here, which shows me they're not being super cautious once they're over here. So I think they're going to just go around like that. It would be too dumb to go this way, because that's relying too much on... You know, it kind of keeps yourself a little too exposed, but going around this island first at least gives you then a straight shot to hit the coast on the town of Maganga. I'm also surprised this Blue 4 group is starting to go in ahead. I think it would have been better to keep it at this town to keep the LZ secured. Because let's say OPFOR wises up to the plan, which is what they're starting to do. That's why they've also condensed to these positions. They might start sending forces back here, wondering where that force went. I disagree. I think Blue 4 has perfectly executed their bait and switch policy here, because now this is going to have OPFOR caught a lot over here, and what they're going to do is they're going to get back here, destroy the missile launcher, because that's worth 2 points, so they don't have to worry about their base getting nuked. Or what if they steal the nuke, and then they fire the nuke at the Russian HQ, and then go in and take the Russian HQ? You know what I mean? What if they steal the nuke and use it before they dead it? Because this is in the minimal range. I think that's what Blue 4 is going to do. They're going to Uno reverse card the Russian nuclear missile, and they're going to use it against the Russians and then destroy the Vic to get the points and then just steamroll with their Vics. That's a very bold-faced strategy. And what we saw with NASA in that World War II PvP op, which was the St. Nazaire raid, NASA does not cover his objectives that are too deep in his own turf, which leaves him completely exposed to large flanks like this. So I think McHell's going to get away with it. I honestly think he's going to get away with this one. It's going to be up to Recon not to push in too hard and get spotted early, because otherwise NASA's going to turn everything around. But also Recon could get in and solo it, but that would render that entire plan useless. And Zenian, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, I will be going in to the Helper Hinder. For those of you who don't know, there's a famous War Thunder guy out there that sometimes plays Arma. His name is Bo, I believe. I got word a day or two ago, I think it was 2 days ago, that he was doing a Pay for Pain dubbed Help or Hinder as an anniversary op. And I've never been on the receiving end of a Pay for Pain ever since I made the concept like 3 years ago, give or take. And I just want to see how sadistic a group of players can be. So I'm going to do that for 2 hours. Then we're going to do Warcraft 3 until about 11, and then we're going to do Phasmo, and I'll be doing that with VR. But it looks like Ziki is trying to get the AA position into a position that he can actually use it against infantry. And he's hurting himself pretty hard here. Speaking of Pay for Pain, by the way, Elton John is doing his farewell concert. Ooh, they're damaging it too. They got to be careful, because if they destroy it, then better to have it in a position to at least shoot down aircraft or anyone coming in point blank than to have it completely nullified. So Mission Maker did a really good job of preventing this from being taken out, because I know Ziki likes to use every advantage he can get. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just an understanding of how everything works, and I would, in his shoes, try to do the same thing. But with Elton John's farewell concert starting up in 2021, he won't hit my area till 2022. But I wanted to get tickets. But I thought in order to pay for those tickets, we'd host a Pay for Pain, but theme all of our concepts and special compositions as Elton John songs. No, all of what I just said Devour's on Saturday, not today. And, so, Rocket Man would be something with rockets, obviously. Benny and the Jets would be some sort of jet squad or something. So, I thought that would be pretty cool. Hopefully we won't get hit with a... Chat, you saw that too, right? That Ziki just ascended? Huh. Yeah, they are playing a very dangerous game, because if they keep trying to bring this through thinking that Arma physics are going to let them actually pull it through, but it's not. And it's damaging it more and more. And actually, I think they partially glitched the asset out, because now it's starting to float. It's actually on its wheels. Righto, Zen. That's nice. I don't know, I've been thinking about doing things that are not related to Arma to try to grow a bit more, but at the same time I do like being a niche channel. But once you get super big, you have to have people coordinate every little thing, and I also kind of like the fact that I am big enough to be able to live off of this, but I'm small enough to be able to manage everything that I want to, So it's all trade-offs. That's cool to say that you have Arma event coordinators. No, they're going to try to build a ramp wall. They're going to try to build a ramp of trenches and then pull it out through the trenches. I know exactly what they're trying to fucking do. Well, here's the thing. It's not because I like microing everything. It's because if I'm not in the loop about everything, people take advantage. We've had people that we've had as admin for years that started trying to put their own custom mods on the server so they can use them for their own experience that gave them unfair advantages in PvE. We've had people backstab other people. I mean, the whole 9 yards. So it's not a matter of I want to micro everything. I'm going to be honest, there's parts of the community I don't like microing, and I've actually offloaded those, especially for administrative issues, to other people. But there are unfortunately people in the world, because this is how the internet works, that if you give them a minute, no, what is it? If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and you have to micro things accordingly. Okay, so Zicky, when you build a grad trench, or even a regular trench, I think he's using the giant, actually, are these giant? No, these are giant, yeah. So you can, as you build a trench, it slowly rises more and more off the ground. So if you're smart, you could rise a ramp of trenches over a wall, and then you could pull it off. He would get it out here then, and he could put it on a hill. So funny enough, this is actually giving a timer. Oh, see, OFCRA knows. OFCRA knows something up, because they're patrolling this section here. And also, I predicted it. They went around this way. But they're about to make landfall in another 2 minutes, give or take. And OFCRA's purely playing defense on the objectives because they don't know where Blue 4 is, and that's starting to spook NASA. But this is giving a timer to Blue 4 because that 23mm will fuck up those AAN PC, what are, I forget the designation. AAVP, there we go. They've got good armor, but against the 23mm, it will damage the hull pretty hard. Also, fun fact about FNF compared to OFCRA, you can block roads with trenches. You just can't completely, like, block to the point where you can't walk into an objective area, but you can block roads.
Give an inch, they shall take a mile. Also a shame you can't see all the markers each team has put down because there are a lot of them and it's very interesting.
Mal, I assume you're watching Nemesis or Azariah's stream, if either of them are streaming. So when there's two different spectator modes I get in OFCRA. The first is an actual spectator slot, in which case I can see tracer effects, and the second one is where I join a side and then I have to kill myself, and that gives me spectator. So on the latter, which has been the norm for the past few weeks, I've been able to see one side's markings and whatnot. But they actually gave me a dedicated spectator slot today, so I was able to see tracers, but I can't see either side's markings, which I don't know why Arma doesn't let you see markings on either side. But it's just a thing. So he's doing it. This is going to be an issue, though, because as soon as he drops it, it's going to Arma. It's going to Arma. He needed to build the ramp a lot smoother to get over both of these, because now he's trying to bring this up here. Oh my fucking god. This fucking... And then he's gonna climb up here and then interact with it and basically drag it off back here. Zicky. Zicky, you magnificent bastard. He's actually doing it. See... OFCRA, they were worried. They gave me a 5-minute delay because they were worried about people metaing to know each other's positions. But if you ask me, I think being able to take a ZU out of its defensive position and put it on the side of a hill is a lot worse. Like, a lot worse. And yes, Barb is cooking up something special for FNF tomorrow. So please do come and join FNF because he has put a lot of work into a very special surprise. We just still have to test it. Actually, no, you said you tested it with Sparky, Barb. How'd it go? Okay, yep, that Vic is completely out of position. They're about 30 seconds from landfall. They actually had a little oopsie right here. Now they're starting to make it. And he's starting to get a bit more speed because he's starting to get on the sandbar here, and that's giving him more traction to go faster. It's been hard keeping my lips sealed. Went great, better than expected. Nice. Barb's been really uptight about it. I don't even know what it is. He's just told me some special instructions on how to do, how we're gonna set it up. So I'm curious to see what he's digging. See, if I was in his shoes, I would then dig the trench right here and then pull it out that way. But he needs to find a way to ramp it up from here to this. And I think with giant trenches, he could actually line it up in this so he could get it going. I think that's exactly what he's doing. It's hard to see what he's actually digging here. It looks like this is coming up. But yeah, he was building vehicle trenches too. Oh my god. The dedication. And he doesn't have a lot of time left. Ooh, OFCRA sending a group over here to take the castle. Will Blue 4 engage? These are the Marsoc guys, so they're a little bit more spec up. They're suppressed too. Oh my gosh, look at them go. They just dropped 2 people in the opening round. This is an issue though, because it doesn't give Blue 4 a lot of time, because they weren't fully deployed. But I don't think it's going to matter, because they're here. Yep, they're deploying as infantry. So NASA has a very small window to reinforce his north. The real trick is did the radio guy die? Or see, nope, he's able to call it in. So I imagine Skipu is yelling on the net right now. And in a minute or two, we're going to see adjustments here of units going north. Because NASA has to realize if he loses the missile launcher, he could very much get his own base nuked. So it looks like Skipu is going to hold the line here. They're going to hold for reinforcements. Tough call. That's going to buy Ziki more time, though, to set up that AA gun. Because if he's able to set it up... Nope, he's abandoning it, and he immediately starts shooting at friendlies. And he pulls his binos out to check. So yeah, I think he stopped what he was doing after he heard those gunshots. Timek just got knocked out. Ziki, I will say, is one of the fan favorites. So is Zixme. Alright, so let's actually look at the Marsoc guys here. They're going to pull back. Daedalus got hit, unfortunately. He was up on 2 kills. He was the suppressed auto rifleman, that's why. So, Blue 4 is opting to dismount right here. They could have gotten a little closer. Or they could have crossed this area amphibiously. That would have been tough, actually, but then they would have had another river to cross. Well, no, actually not for the position itself. So, again, this is letting OFCRA, this gives OFCRA the opportunity to basically redeploy their forces to the north. They're going to send that BRDM back to the north, and we'll see what else they deploy up here. Yeah, go Ziki, friendly fire. I don't want Ziki to do that, though. They're setting up the cord static sit down. Ooh, what the... Was that a mine? That was a mine. There was an OFCRA guy running out over here, right? I thought I saw one right in the open. Did he step on something? No, this is gonna... No. Huh. That was definitely a mine explosion. That or a really oddly sounding GL explosion, but that was more distinctly a mine. I wouldn't be surprised if OFCRA got some mines to help in the defense. He stepped on the ground. Yeah, right? Blood, you okay? Why are you giving that face? Were you in the op and you just got shot to shit? Oh, no, you're saying... Wait, if you voted Blue 4, why are you saying go Ziki? Because isn't prediction Blue 4 and prediction Red is OPT 4, or is it prediction Pink? I don't even know. Y'all confuse me sometimes. Okay, so now you have the vehicles charging in. They missed the turn. Where are they going? Are they going to go harass the airfield to prevent OPT4 from sending more reinforcements? So we got 9 OPT4 guys coming up. Blue 4 losing their window here. I think Blue 4 just noticed they screwed up because they're supposed to be going down that other SSR. Actually, would these be MSRs? I think these are actually MSRs because there's no bigger road icons. Yep, so that sucks. They're all MSRs technically. These little brown routes here, which are footpaths, those are your SSRs technically, and then these are the MSRs. So I don't see any larger road indication. We're just special. Pink is OPT4, yeah. We put the special in goat forces and special goat forces. Fair enough. So Blue 4, I mean, they've got a good formation going here. They're going to do a pincer maneuver and have the southern part of the pincer maneuver assist with vehicles. But OPFOR's had time now to fortify this. And Zicky, yep, he's completely abandoned trying to get that 23mm out. I think he's given up on it. Which I agree, you can't, it's hard to dig the trenches higher like this. I think, though, if he dug the trenches here, he might have been able to completely bring it up, but maybe not, because it might have just been a little too high. So we have one AAVP parked right here. It's got both the 50 cal and the 20mm grenade launcher. I don't think the 20 mil is going to be too effective against the BRDM, but that 50 cal will tear it apart. Now, I don't know if 14.5 is going to pen this, because I haven't honestly seen this asset used enough to know. I think it might, though. If not, it could at least disable that turret. So it looks like the BRDM is stopping short in the low ground here. Not a really good position, though. Now we're just going to have to wait for Blue 4 to redeploy. That Gaz with additional infantry has brought up, so NASA is pretty much sending up everything he's comfortable with sending. So Blue 4 have lost their element of surprise. I think if McHell wanted to, he could probably have the chopper do runs on the southern airfield to try to throw OPFOR off. And knowing NASA, I think he would have actually gotten baited by it. There is another 23mm over here, though, so that pilot would have to be incredibly careful. But it would be possible. So BRDM now going down the MSR here. It's escorted, but we have one of the AAVPs. Let's see what he's looking at here. Cheeseburger just getting shot in the face. He's unconscious. Great shooting by Drago there. And he is on a little red dot site. That AAVP, that was the gunner that just got taken out too, so it is now defenseless. Wonder if they're bringing up the 1117. Oop, the hatch got left open. And he's firing in the wrong direction. I think he's getting confused by that Vic. And now you're having the other AAVP returning fire with that 50 cal. Ah, that's where the ammo for that 12.7 comes out. I never knew that. I don't see the hole, but it has to be right. That 50 cal penetrating into the hull here, but not doing a lot of damage. Is not hitting where this crew wants it to hit. Interesting enough, it's losing a lot of muzzle velocity by the time it starts hitting the Vic. So I don't think that 50 cal is getting the penetration value it needs to actually do damage to this Vic. I don't see any blood under it either. See, because when it's red, it means it has its most muzzle velocity. When it's green, it means it's lost some of that muzzle energy, so the bullets don't do as much damage. They don't create as big of wounds, essentially is what I'm trying to say, because the bullets getting hit with Ace on, ooh, that guy just got picked off, doesn't do any blood damage to you. It's the blood loss after getting hit that does damage. So the less muzzle velocity the bullet has, the more likely the bullet is going to cause a smaller wound. So instead of a large avulsion, a medium avulsion, or just turn into a bruise and not do any damage altogether when you think about it. But also with less muzzle energy going, it might not pen the armor as effectively because it was getting shrunk down to blue just before it was hitting the BRDM. But I think the BRDM is stuck. Guys, the door's stuck. So the AAVP technically gets a mobility kill. I don't know how, but he somehow got a mobility kill. Yeah, Goatland getting out, realizing what has happened here. Blue 4, meanwhile, starting their attack. This is the Gaz group of about 9 or 10 people that came up. I don't know why they're in the low ground fighting on even with the American forces, but they're going to pay for that. They should have been on the Overwatch positions for the high ground. Vic stuck. Thank you, Wookie. I'm taking a drink.
It's so inspiring to see your ops.
Thanks, Zevik. I appreciate it. I will admit this one is not one of mine. I'm just purely a commentator here, but I appreciate you gaining inspiration from it nonetheless. Thank you so much for the 4-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying everything, man. And I hope you get a kick out of this nice little scenario. So here's my question. Did Goatland wake back up? No, he's dead. Because there's no +1 in there anymore. So one AAVP is just a mobile vehicle piece unless the driver switches to gunning. Neck now switching over. He is trying to get... You know, I think I'm sensing a pattern here on Op4. I don't know what it could be, but I feel like there's a... Where'd it go? Oh, he dragged it back. Okay, I was about to say. And then it just disappears. Where did Liru I Want My Goat Pack come from? A very old clip from, like, year 1. Year 1 was when the goat obsession started. Not with me, it was with chat. Australian static. Yeah, I get flips upside down. Fun fact, though, if you flip any static or vehicle more than 15 degrees of the base terrain it's under, in any direction, it will refuse to fire. If you flip an AI under it, they'll either bail out of the Vic, or if it's a static AI turret, it'll refuse to fire or move. It'll just stop working. So if you ever want to defeat Arma AI, just flip them 15 degrees off their top, and they will refuse to work. Because that's just how it freaking works. Same with static, same with vehicles, same with anything. Now, if it's grounded, angled like this, then obviously, you know, it's 15 degrees off of the actual floor, but it follows the terrain gradient of whatever's under it at the time. It's weird. I don't even remember who made the Liru I Want My Goat Back soundbite, though. It's been that long. Oh, wow, Nubes actually had a Igla. No wonder they're not being aggressive with their Venom. Because there's man pads. Nubas now blindly firing over here. Callie has been knocked out. Oh, we got a group of Op4 that's come around the southern flank of one of the Blue 4 groups here. It's the Marsoc team. So the Marsoc team that ambushed is now being ambushed here. Rizbo got some shots off, but he trades it with his life. And that was Skipu that got the kill. So the team they got are starting to get a little bit of revenge. We have another Op4 team that's deployed. They're going on the flank of the AAVPs. If those get knocked out, Blue 4 is going to be down to infantry. Yep, so NASA's starting to commit all of his forces to defending against this Blue 4 push. Will it be enough? Blue 4's kind of gotten stuck here in their maneuvering. If they continue to get stuck and they lose their AAVPs to an ambush here, and this Op4 group links up with this Op4 team, they start basically assaulting the flank of this massive push and continue to sweep up, I think Op4 is going to be in for a great victory here. Drago Killery Clintoning, man shout there. Ruled as a suicide, believe it or not. Multiple bullets to the back of the head. Who knew? Bluck stole an M134. I don't see it primed. Wait, yes I do. I see the sight out. Okay. Hit it. Hit it. You got this. Hit it. It. Okay. I was about to say, if the gunner turns around... Oh my god. Okay, yeah, guys. Wait, no, it's still up. Oh, yeah, no, there it goes. Looks like Bluck got picked off for that. There goes that Vic. It's going to cook off any second now. It's trying to fire back to get as many... Oh, my God. The fire comes out in 2 positions. You know, I feel like if the fire is coming out of where the crew cockpit is, 3 positions, Jesus. If the fire is coming out from there, I think the crew should already be dead. Change my mind. Because that's literally the crew cabin at that point. All right, so OFCRA starting their sweep around here. Blue Force starting to make their pushes, though. This far, Foxtrot flank starting to come around as well. Go either way. BRDM now coming up. They managed to actually get it out of this position because they towed it out with this UAZ. Oh, that's brilliant. Danny's still up here on that 1 kill from Block. These guys trying to maneuver between these 2 heaps of sugarcane, but they're unable to fit. Another example of door stuck. That 50 cal trying to fire up more. I don't think it... Oh, wait, no, it did get a kill. Oh, Danny boy got Bob Winchestered. Okay. Meanwhile, Blue Force pushed right up. Nemesis getting a kill on Mr. Cool. That's his 2nd kill. Might have gotten both of those guys. You see Nubas's Igla there. I don't see any reason for Blue Force to pick it up, though. You got Garrett and Fury down here with a spent RPG-26. But now with that small... I don't know why they were on the base of the hill. They should have been up here defending, but... that allowed Blue Force to get some resistance so that the flank for OFCRA could start pushing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Blue Force is going to be able to get boots on the ground here. If they're able to get that nuke truck, though, and use it, that's going to be a tough one. So this Blue 4 guy was running up. He just got picked off by some of these defenders here. I know there is a Swedish Forces pack. We actually had it in TSB for a rotation of a few months. Had some good ops with that mod pack, too. There goes Sky bleeding out. Nem, I'm not sure if he's bandaging. Looks like he did a few bandages there. He's going to do a quick reload. This could still swing either way. We got a line of Blue 4 guys. 6 EMEs staying on reserve. Yeah, you usually see them on reserve like that. But in all honesty, in terms of numbers... Oh, wow. No, OFCRA's committing another group. And they've deployed way to the south. I don't know why they couldn't have just driven up to this position. I think because OFCRA thinks they're getting encircled, which, if anything, means they should be pushing their forces closer. But based off of the numbers, I think this could go any way. In either direction. Both sides have a single Vic still. Blue 4 still has their helicopter. I just have no idea how they're going to use it. Just in the back line. You have the BRDM. Did it just mow down friendlies? Because I feel like it just mowed down friendlies. Okay, Goatland, you go, buddy. So proud of you. You're making this harder for OFCRA to win. I know that's what you want to do. It's okay. Who needs PID when you can just pull the trigger? All right, Nick and Aaron breaching from SOF. Zixme getting his RPG out. He's tired of these kids on his lawn. No, this is Zymek. He's getting shot at, though. Still have Garrett and Fury back here. It's a little worrisome to me. They could get around and shoot some of these Blue 4 guys in the back. Mikkel is also up on the front line here as the commander. Oh shit, this thing got smoked. It wasn't like that though, it just turned to that. Oh, RPG going out. Oh my god. He just got a direct hit. Just got killed though by Nick, but wow. Nick on his 3rd kill knocks out Neck too. That was a great RPG shot from Iron Sights. I mean, it was about a 300-meter shot. That's Eander level. Aaron getting a nice top-down hit on another Russian player. Malgren running up. He also gets picked off. I don't think the Russian guys know what side is going on here. Yes, Patches has an op in about 3 hours, 15 minutes. Blue 4's getting in here. Zicky is going to hold this on his own. Turns around at the wrong time. Manages to slightly turn around as PHK mows him down. And now you have that helicopter flying around in here. OFCRA sending a wave to counterattack. Oh my gosh, so Garrett went down. Looks like Mikkel also went down, but Nemesis went around, got him. And Aaron blows himself away to destroy the BRDM. Great job. Backblast is a thing, though. You gotta be careful. I know, right? The Americans are coming to secure Saddam Hussein's hiding spot. He's hiding in the nuke, guys. PHK not spotting Settler. Settler not... Ooh, oh, uh-oh. I think if PHK committed, he would have gotten that kill, but instead I think he didn't have enough ammo in his magazine, and Settler got lucky. Oh, little wave of disconnects there. That's not good. Settler getting those double taps. Nick's gonna run up. Aaron not waking back up. Yeah, because Backblast is an actual bitch. Settler taking some pick-off fire. I think that guy... Yeah, he woke back up, but his battle buddy got a fucking RPG to the face. OFCRA's gonna get this wave of reinforcements, and they might just be able to get this back, because Blue 4 is looking very light on the infantry side. Ooh, tackle! Tackle! Tackle, what are you doing? Tackle got confused, and Settler made him settle into the dirt. Very unfortunate. So Nick has gone back. He's going to attempt to do medical on Aaron here. And Nemesis is still being cautious here because he did have enemies on his rear. Blue 4 being really slow. Got Fleesh and Hippie in a firefight. Bob firing at Hippie. Nope, Bob is now suppressing over at Benares and Ezio. Meanwhile, we got Az doing medical. Oh, no, he's looting Cali. Never mind. Barros over here as well. It might be up to Scandi Recon to clutch, guys. OFCRA getting a wave of men in here. This is their last reinforcement group. I don't know, guys. Settler's taking the 240 Bravo. Yeah, I mean, CQB with that 7.62 machine gun. You don't have to care about recoil if you're firing at dudes point blank. Nemesis now coming in as well. This is going to be a close one. I think it's really going to depend on how much damage Nick and Nemesis can do to this last wave of OPFOR reinforcements, because if they can crush it and the remaining Blue 4 guys can get up here, that'll be good enough. But we also have 6 EME on reserve. And I don't mean to sound mean, though, but 6 EME, when they're the last group, they usually aren't able to pull the W out. So it's a little worrisome here. OPFOR securing the nuke. I'm really surprised this Blue 4 group is staying on the rear. I guess to deal with these guys, but then what, you know? Again, Shay and Bob. Bob might have... Oh, wow. I'm surprised he didn't get picked off there as the marksman. He starts panic firing on his rear. Bonero getting another... Jesus, Bob. There we go. God, that was like 5 hits to kill. So looks like Nick and Nemesis are pulling back. Oh, he just died. Maybe. If 6 EME can get up here, though, and back up to the 2 Blue 4 guys and get a flanking attack in, there's still hope. This could go either way, but it is getting very close. I don't know why the AAVP is on reserve right now. It's literally doing nothing by literally sitting out there doing nothing. So, you know, it could at least be trying to, like, get into a position and shell this area with its GMG, you know? Yes, we can now say nuke. It's great. At this point, they're going to have to wait for 6 EME to get up here. That or their rear force to win this fight, but as I turn back, we just have Barros and Benares still alive. Looks like Azariah was picked off and another guy. 2v3, Benares might be able to get the flank on Mass though. If Mass is paying attention, he's not, but Benero doesn't watch his left. Oh no. Oh no. It's that sound. They're gonna launch the nuke. Blue 4's out of time. Oh no. Op4 launched the nuke at the USMC HQ. Oh, it's over. It's over. Op4 decided to do it. Nemesis trying to get some pickoffs. Yeah, there goes the HQ. Oh, balls. Server actually tanked that a lot better, but that's because a lot of people are dead. Looks like SOF Nick was picked off by Settler. I don't know where his body is. I mean, if we click on Aaron, though, we could probably find it. No, Nick's still alive. Oh, he's... Whoa, he's doing a wide flank. Nemesis is in baiting. 6 EME starting to come up as well. Oh, looks like Adam found Benares. Barros is back up. He's being hunted. I have no idea how the points are going to be tallied at the end of this. Saddam has escaped. Yes, he flew off into the sunset before the U.S. Marine Corps could secure him. What a shame. Oh, Nick just got a pick off. He's on 5 kills, by the way. Nem on 3. Throws a grenade in here. Throws another one, bounces, deflects off the bunker. This is going to confuse the hell out of Op4, though. I think he's going to get a hit on Baku here. Gets the kill on Baku. Settler deciding to come out. He's being very cautious. Oh, he's in pursuit. Nem. Oh, the 240. It's up to Nick. Nem on 4 kills for his first time, though, isn't bad. Nick now on 6. Aaron bled out. It's up to 6 EME to come in and start backing him up. I think they could still secure this position, but it's going to be up to Nick to get a few more kills here. He's going to medic up. Does 6 EME have a medic with them? Yes, they do, but he's on point. Why? It's only okay for the mechs to be on point if you're in an op where everyone's the medic. Otherwise, don't put the only guy that can fucking put blood bags into people on point. Jesus, I hate that. No, that glorious light up you saw was simply Saddam coming back into the world. Nick missing the headshot there. He's now spraying wildly. I think he got hit. Ooh, he's being flanked, and he knows it. Quickly runs around. Playing right around the rosy with Settler. Settler's not quick enough, though. He's going to be slower because of that 240 Bravo. This is giving 6 EME all the fucking time in the world to come up and help, but 6 EME, they're a very slow milsim. It's just their play style. You can't fault them for that, but in these tense situations where you need to be quick, that's why I said earlier, 6 EME, you can't really rely on them to get in there that quick. And sometimes that caution works well for them, but when it comes down to the wire like this, you need to give a little more haste. I think Settler hears those footsteps. Oh. Nick running in. Quickly takes out Bobby, gets into a 2v1, and then he's executed by Settler. Great headshots there by Nick, but unfortunately he got into a 3-on-1, and now that opens the stage here for a 3v4 by 6 EME, and they're running away. They're running away. GG to OPFOR. Nick, that was 8 kills. Let's see what Settler's on. It's probably on 5. Nope, only 3. Okay. The French. I'm gonna quickly check. What group are they? Yeah, they're French. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. They're French. Oh. That's funny. It's a French community. This fits so well. Why does this fit so well? Are they going to get air evac and try to go attack the southern objective because the nuke's been launched so it's not worth it anymore? Maybe. Oh, hey, look. Yeah. Tactical nuke. The only reason these are still standing is because they don't have destruction textures. Neat. I think they're gonna rush the southern objective. So they're gonna go try to take that HQ area then. And NASA, I think, knows it, and he's gonna rush back. So, okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll back on what I said, because it was funny. But it's a tactical... Not a tactical withdrawal, it's a tactical maneuver. Because now that the nuke has been used, the Russians have the points there. I don't think there's any way they can get it back. So instead, they're going to go try to take this HQ area, which is worth more points and more than likely undefended. A tactical redeployment is perfect. Except the chopper's going north. Why is the chopper going north? It's gonna go the long way. I mean, we still have 20 minutes, and I guess this gives time for the Vic to get there and do recon. What are you doing? You're gonna fly right over... Oh, okay. Someone want to make a really cool AT shot for me and wrap this up? Settler, you want to get a lucky shot? No? Okay. I thought they were trying to avoid this AO, but they just... Ah, yes, you see... they're American. You see, Frank... When we fly north and then over the previous AO we were at and then go to other island instead of other objective, we perfectly plan how we're going to do this. The only thing I can think of is they're going to stage right here, wait for the vehicle to recon and see what's over there, and then come in from the west. Otherwise, I don't get why they didn't just do this. You know? Instead, they did this. I don't get it. The pilot is drunk, yeah. Again, I don't mean to point the finger, but it's like, why? You know? Maybe they're discussing as they're flying. That too. That is another possibility. But that was really ballsy for them to fly right over the AO again. Because what if OPFOR found their Igla again? That was enough time to lock that fucking bird. It's down here. So, very, very risky. But yeah, now they're staging, and they're waiting for the Vic to get up here. So this is going to force OPFOR to come and attack this base, but also, they've got the AAVP. They could put that in the middle of the airfield, and that could really help lock things down. Though OPFOR's RPG skills have been really, really good today. They've been pretty on point. Okay, NASA hears that. You can hear a little bit of a humming from that Vic. Now you got the helicopter coming in. No, just go in there and land. You're gonna give time for OFCRA to redeploy if you deploy them all the way back here. If you're going to commit to an all or nothing, then at least commit to the all or nothing. Because 6 EME is going to take literally the entire remaining 20 minutes to get over here. No! No! Fuck. Alright, well, GG'd off. They have less than 18 minutes to get over there and secure the HQ. Hell, the AAVP is just gonna rush over and get boots on the ground in there, I guess. Hey, Nem, how'd you enjoy it? Blue 4's, doing Blue 4 things. What does mean? As in you just saw, Yanni's mom in a swimsuit? Or, as in 30-minute drive? Yeah, okay. As in 30-minute drive. With no McDonald's received. Yeah, that was a very elaborate flank. I know you are more into quick action, though, so I think FNF would be better for you, but I'm glad you came over and tried this. A bit over the top, yeah. Some people like that tactical side of planning, though. It's just, what I also think is, if you're going to do something like this, I know AFI is a really good example, Arma Finland, where they also have pretty grandiose ops like this. They don't do them as often, like as weekly. They usually do them like once a month. That's Severe's group, by the way. Really great guy. But they have multi-life. So it can get really interesting. Also, Coalition does it, but... Well, I mean, you know my thoughts about Coalition. Just go look at CCO6. Granted, I've heard they are doing better, but they're going to focus on purely PvP events. That's another reason why I started MCOs, is because they used to do PvE stuff, but they couldn't get the framework down. And I tried the last CCO where they did PvE, but their scripting was just eh. And then they did a BM-21 rocket barrage on Gresblin and Werfelingen, which is the second biggest map in the... Or excuse me, second biggest town in the map, and it, yeah. Of course it crashed the fucking server. But yeah, as far as I know... I don't know anyone that does bigger Zeus ops than me right now for MCO. And if they do, please let me know, because I would love to fucking join that. I would love to play a 6-hour Zeus op. I would kill for something like that. Because you get the best of everything. You get banter, you get action, and if you can find a good balance with all of it, it's great. I love it. You get to feel like you're in an actual, like... Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead campaign just being done in real time, you know? Yeah, this is worrying me that Red is not doing any maneuvering. I think they're just going to set it defensive here, because they have a Gaz right here. They can all mount up and go back, but that's NASA's call. Settler does have an LR, and they are within range of each other. So I'd have to go back and check the point values. Looks like 6EME is actually stepping it up here. Whoops, my bad, guys. We're down to less than 15 minutes. I could see a tie game. They secure the Russian HQ. OPFOR isn't able to maneuver in time because they also have the AAVP with a full crew, with a GMG. Aren't FKs decently long? FK usually doesn't go past 2 hours. Then again, I haven't been there in about 5 or 6 months because what I dislike about FK is once you go into that op, you're not allowed to leave or else you get banned. And I remember, I played a few. The ops were decent. The medical was a little punishing, but, you know, it was nice. It's just a lot of people weren't experienced with their own medical, which made it a little frustrating, and also the fact that you could only go in with 4 bandages. So if you were shot, you were screwed, and also if you were shot, your weapon sway was fucked. There were a lot of little gripes I had with it, but the biggest one was when I was literally not having fun with a mission like 45 minutes in, so I left. And then Andy DM'd me a day later. He's like, hey, like, why'd you leave that up? And I'm like, oh, because I wasn't having fun. He's like, oh, well, I'm sorry to say, but you're banned for 3 days. And I'm like, oh. Oh. Okay, then. Yeah, I'm not coming back. I don't like it when communities try to multitask your time. Karmakat recently did a 6-hour op. He's the guy that... I've been hearing about him recently. He's a really famous guy that recently got into Arma, and he's been doing like large-scale liberation stuff. But he also runs his own server company, which is why he's able to have a server that runs liberation that's able to handle that many people. I think that's pretty impressive. That he's able to have something like that. That's really cool. I know there's a few people that have reached out to him asking him how he does everything. He's actually, they're actually trying his servers now. They rented a server from him to see if it'll make the difference. Really, what I can say about Arma is it's really easy to optimize this game. You just have to cut out a lot of the fancy scripting and just have things like nothing, like no scripts run. And it's entirely possible to run a mission without scripts and have it be balanced. I mean, I'm pioneering that right now with MCO, you know? Yes! A squad, that's him. He's a squad YouTuber that transitions into Arma. I might try his stuff one day, but I've also seen that he does like hardcore medical. And I'm always on the fence about that, especially with a transitioned community that came from one game to another, because sometimes you go into those and they don't honestly understand how everything works. And I'm not one of those types to like tell people how to do their job either, because I wouldn't want someone doing that to me. And I know those types too, and they're annoying as hell. But from what I've been seeing and hearing, it would be something worth checking out. Because I always like going out, and even if I don't like it. For example, I didn't think I'd like CCO, but I still wanted to try it. I tried commanding one, I tried on the ground one, I tried a PvE one, just to try it. Because it's... why not, you know? It's good to try new things, because that's how you broaden your horizons, and you really develop your taste and preferences on what you like and what you don't like. A soft Zeus? What do you mean by that? Oh, is it because I don't mortar the player base every 20 seconds? I don't know. I have my own Zeus style. I have my own limits on everything. I try to be as fair and honest of a DM as I can, but if you fuck with me, then Luton Jr. comes out. Right, Nemesis? $10 minutes. 6 EME's holding this position. I think, yeah, Pogo's just gonna land on it. Hold up, NASA wants to speak to him. Throwing grenades. He just almost hurt himself with that. He threw it a little too far up there. Pogo making a run for it. Get him, NASA. Ooh, somehow a upper torso shot knocked. Well, I mean, then again, getting hit with a bullet usually does knock you on your ass, but it looked like the way he fell, he got shot in the leg. Pogo in the open spraying blindly. He's crippled too. Oh, NASA, finish him. NASA, commit the finish. Oh, the smoke's billowed out too much. Ooh, wait. Ooh, another hit in the leg. 6 EME now covering, and NASA gets mowed down. All right, OFCRA, what are you going to do? You got 10 minutes. You going to drive out into the sunset, or what? Or are you just going to chill here and wait for the tie? Look at that. The French got the OFCRA ground command. Pogo's in the AO. All right, HQ secured, so I think this is going to be a tie. If there's another firefight, then we might see the supremacy bonus go down. So if OPFOR loses one more guy, then Blue 4 gets 2 points. But if Blue 4 loses 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more guys, then OPFOR gets 2 points. I don't know. I think it's going to be a tie game, technically, because I think if the Blue 4 secures this HQ, they get 4 points. But if OPFOR nukes the HQ, they get 4 points. But also, OPFOR secured the nuke. So realistically, OFCRA has no reason to come down here because that would be them risking the supremacy points for Blue 4 to at least tie. So OFCRA is just going to play this to time. Arma World War I is really difficult. I've made some World War I ops. I've bid in some World War I ops. They're really fun. But really what happened to the mod is it's just depreciated at this point. No one really uses it. No one updates it anymore. And it's really buggy with the current build of Ace. So a lot of the assets in there isn't really usable. Well, Winter, here's the deal. So I don't think OFCRA couldn't have used the nuke until a certain amount of time passed. So Blue 4 had that amount of time to secure the nuke before it was hit. And honestly, if Blue 4 deployed closer and pushed harder, I think they could have secured this position before, because it was the group that came back in from... It was the last group to come in that actually used the nuke. So I think Blue 4 had plenty of opportunity to take it. It's just they were very, very slow. So actually, someone listed out the objectives here. So there's two... Okay, so there's a common objective. So the airport... Let me actually break this down for you guys if you don't want to read it in the mission command. This is worth 2 points. Whoever holds it by the end. Blue 4, if they destroy the missile launcher, they get 2 points. Oh, there it is. There you go. So Blue 4 with 2 points because they took the airfield. But Op 4 was able to protect the missile launcher and nuke the objective, so they get 6. Yeah. Okay. GG.